thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Sometimes life pulls you from up here to down here to teach you a lesson. And you're in a valley right now. And there are lessons in this valley. I hope you learn from them.
Objective, independent justice.
You can always turn your life around. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Jeremy Ringfield is suing his co-worker Carl Tamland in the amount of $870. Mr. Ringfield says he loaned Mr. Tamland his dirt bike, which he then crashed. Mr. Tamland claims the crash was not his fault because he was only riding as instructed.
Mr. Ringfield, Mr. Tamlin, I read your pleadings. You're suing for $870 for a damaged bike.
Yes, ma'am.
And your position is you got injured on that bike, but you're not suing for medical expenses. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so how do you know each other?
I'm actually his boss.
Okay.
We work at a cell phone store.
Okay.
I'm the shift leader.
All right. How long have you worked at the same cell phone store?
About 5 years.
About 5 years.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have a vacation cabin?
The owner of the store was taking time off, so he gave us a week off as well.
At his vacation cabin?
At my vacation cabin.
Okay.
Yeah. So we decided, a group of us, him and 2 other guys, decided to go out to my cabin and have a good time, maybe go dirt bike riding.
Okay. Had you ever been dirt bike riding?
It's been a while.
Like how long? You got to speak up.
I say it's been about 2 years.
2 years. And before that, how often did you go dirt bike riding?
Every other weekend, or it's
Every other
seldom.
weekend for how long?
About a year.
About a year, every other weekend. You were going dirt bike riding.
As a kid, you know.
Right, I understand. Well, how old are you now?
Me, I'm 31.
You look good for 31.
Thank you.
Okay. So everybody who was invited, you assumed, I guess by conversation, that they all knew how to ride a dirt bike.
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, Carl had been emphasizing how excited he was to get back on the trail.
Okay.
So
and you were excited, Carl, right?
Of course. We work hard, and we wanted to have a good time on the weekend.
Right.
So,
okay. This is the first time you had been invited up to the cabin.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so it's a week-long trip.
Yes.
We had a good time?
I was having a great
What
time.
were y'all doing all week long before the dirt bike riding? Because I saw that happen at the end of the week. What were y'all doing all week long?
Well, we actually only went up for the weekend, so
Right.
we had our own time to ourselves.
Right.
At the beginning of the week, on Thursday, we went out to the cabin, and we spent
Okay.
that night barbecuing, and we were drinking, we were having a good time, getting settled in.
Male bonding?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
get it.
Just having a good time, enjoying the week,
Right.
enjoying our days off.
So what happened the day we're going out there?
We woke up around 9 in the morning, so we can get out there by 10. And, he doesn't have a bike. He
Right.
doesn't. I have 2 bikes.
Okay.
I had a bike at that cabin that I hadn't seen for a year, so
All
I
right.
tuned it up before I let him get on it.
All right.
You understand? Yeah. So,
Okay. What were you going to say about the bike?
You know, they had all the new bikes,
Right.
and I had the weakest bike.
They gave you
basically.
the weakest bike there.
They gave me the weakest bike, the throwaway. So because
Wow.
I guess it's competition,
Right.
and they all want to have fun. I guess they had their own little plans.
They
And
had
I was-
what?
They had their own little plans, their ideas.
So you said they took the good bikes and they gave you like the raggedy bike.
Exactly. Exactly, Your Honor.
Is that right? Y'all gave him the raggedy bike?
No, the bike is in great condition.
Right.
Like I
You
said
hadn't ridden it in a year, so it must not have been your favorite.
I had just gotten a brand new bike, so I was
Okay.
very excited to use that
Right.
one.
What was
And
wrong with the other bike?
It was too small for me.
Okay, so it was a small bike too.
Yes,
They
at
gave
that,
you a
Honor.
small raggedy bike.
They get.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the shorter end of the stick. So.
Okay.
If
So,
anything, the bike, it should help my case.
did somebody bring me a picture of the bike?
Yes, I
Let
have
me
one.
see the bike.
This is it after the damage, of course.
Did you have a picture of it before the damage?
I do not.
Is it rusted? What is it?
No,
Or is
that's
it
the-
just painted brown?
It's the dirt and dust.
Oh,
It went
okay.
into a ditch.
Okay.
I didn't get to see the actual accident. Your Honor, that bike has a weaker engine, so
Right.
if anything, it would have been easier for him to ride as opposed to one
let's
of mine.
get there. We get up to the top of this mountain.
Yeah. Well, it was a trail. It was a trail.
Well, we're at the top of the trail.
Yeah.
And what happens?
Well, we begin. He mentions that he's a little nervous, And I
I'm an
reassured
amateur,
him that he
Your
should be
Honor.
okay.
You what?
I'm an amateur.
Now you're an amateur. You remember you used to go every other weekend for a year. Now you're an amateur.
At the same time, compared to them,
Right. Oh,
they
you
ride.
realize.
I realize it's real.
Right, okay.
So basically, I tell them that I'm a little nervous.
Right.
It's been
He
a
was
while.
talking a big game
Right.
last night. I mean, he was saying he's going to.
He was talking a
He's
big
talking a
game
big
when y'all were
game,
drinking beers and barbecuing.
Yeah, and
And then you
A
got
little
out
tipsy,
there.
a little, but we was.
Okay.
which
So-
also, Your Honor, which means he might have been hungover the morning
Right.
of
Okay,
the
but
ride.
tell me what happened. We're out there, and what happened?
We're out there, we're riding, we're ahead of him, and I guess at one point the trail got a little tough, a
Right.
lot tougher than he expected, and I'm assuming from the accident that he skid out, and he didn't know how to turn and brake at the same time.
Right.
And he went into a ditch and destroyed my bike, and I'm sympathetic towards his injuries.
Right.
But, I mean, he took on the responsibility. He should be paying for
What-
the damages.
Did you have any insurance on the bike?
No.
Okay, well, it was an accident, though, right?
It was an accident, but,
Right.
if I borrow my friend's car and I
Right.
destroy it, I'm going to pay for it.
Right, you're right. So what happened here?
That's completely different.
That's
Your
not what
Honor.
happened. So
Basically,
what happened?
I get to the
Say it
trailer.
loud.
I get to the trailer,
Okay.
the trail, and I'm on the bike, basically. These guys are hitting turns, wheelies,
Right.
doing everything you could
They
think.
were doing wheelies and
doing
everything?
Didn't wait for me at all.
Were you
know?
saying, hey, guys, wait up, wait
I
up?
tried to, but
We can't. I
They-
can't hear him.
they-
The motors.
Were
are
you
pretty loud.
saying that?
I told them, take it easy on me. I'm still getting used
But
to it.
aren't you coming down a hill?
I'm coming down.
Do you
No.
have time to have that kind of conversation coming down the hill?
at
on
the,
wheels?
At the same time,
Right.
no, we was on flat surface first, so
Right.
we had some time. It was like I said. He said it's a trail,
Right.
so we go in and it's different dips. It's a trail,
Right.
A different kind of trail,
Right.
but it got harder. It's like an obstacle course.
All right. Did you know that that's what you were getting into?
He told me I had no idea. He told me it was just a basic little trail,
Right.
like a.
But couldn't you have made a decision somewhere in there to say, I think it's a little bit too much for me?
I mean, it's a man thing. I wanted to get
Oh,
out
it's
there.
a man thing.
Coming up on Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
We rode the bikes back to find him, and then we
Okay.
found him in the ditch trying to figure out what to do with the bike.
And later,
You are suing him for a defective product.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's not the manufacturer.
He gave me his old one.
closed captioning provided by. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Jeremy Ringfield, who is suing Carl Tamland for property damage.
They were making you feel bad, or?
I went ahead and I proceeded. I went to go have fun.
Right.
I'm not going to be the last one over there to,
Right.
not to do
So
it.
you pushed it a little bit
I
more.
did.
Okay.
I admit that. Yeah.
And then what happened?
A nightmare, basically. We get to the trailer and at first everything's okay. We're
Right.
driving, everything's simple.
Right.
And then they leave me,
They
skirt
left you
off.
in the back.
Exactly. Skirt
then-
off,
Really?
and then
Right.
I got to
Let
this.
me hear the story. Go ahead.
I got to the top of the hill. Basically, I'm going up,
Right.
and there's another part of the trail
Right.
that we go to, actually. And like I said, they left me. I mean, if they were supposed to be my friends, they would have waited for me.
What would have been different had they waited?
I mean,
5 minutes of the accident.
I mean, what would have changed things just had they only waited for you?
I would have been going at a slower rate. I would have, I would have
So
still.
you were going faster
I was
because
going
then you were
fast.
trying to catch
Catch up,
up with
that's all.
them.
I was trying to
okay.
catch up.
And that's when the accident happened.
And that's when it happened. It all happened. A nightmare.
Right.
So basically, I get to the trail. It started off fine.
Were you injured?
Of course.
What were the injuries?
Well, my injury, I had actually fell and bruised my rib.
Right.
And like I said, a little scar on my leg,
Right.
actually.
Well,
And
he said y'all had left him, so when did you realize he
We
wasn't
didn't
with
leave
you?
him, Your Honor.
You didn't leave him?
We didn't notice that he fell behind until maybe 10 minutes after the accident.
Okay, and
So-
then what did you guys
And then
do?
we rode the bikes back to find him, and then
Okay.
we found him in the ditch trying to figure out what to do with the bike.
Did y'all help him? Did y'all help him out of the ditch?
Of course. Of
Okay.
course, and we helped him down. We had to carry the bike back.
Did he have
or
to go to
roll
the
it back.
hospital or anything?
He went to the doctor.
I went later
No, I'm
on.
talking about that day.
Yeah, he went to the doctor.
That day, so that
Yes.
the vacation was over then with this
Basically,
little
I
accident.
was over it. I was over it.
It was
Right.
over for him.
It was over you too.
Yeah.
Let me see the damage, the estimate of damages for this thing. How old is this bike?
Bike's about 4 years old.
And so you haven't had it repaired. This is just an estimate.
Yes.
Do you have any other estimates?
No, ma'am.
I usually require 2 or 3 estimates. This could be your buddy here, Chris, giving us this estimate. I usually need 2 or 3 estimates here.
I was unaware of that, but I can easily get that for you.
You going to get it like in the next 30 seconds?
No, I can't do that.
Okay. Well, you know what? When you take possession of somebody else's property, you have an obligation to take care of that property.
Yes.
And you can't let your manhood get in the way and,
Yes.
Not want to look bad or like a chump get in the way. And you should have had your life first and foremost.
It's true, yeah.
Because you don't want to die being a hero.
No.
Or being a man. You needed to drive slower, even though you were the last one. And then the next time around, maybe you would have gotten a little bit better and a little bit better. Next thing you know, you're buying your own bike and you're inviting them to your cabin.
Right. I take full responsibility.
Yeah, but that's why you're going to pay this bill. But I can't just accept this one bill. What I am going to do, though, I'm going to rule in favor of the plaintiff. I'm going to reset it for a different date and time for you to come in with 2 other estimates from certified mechanics, and then I will rule on damages. But as to liability, I am finding in favor of the plaintiff. I reserve on damages. It is so, Judge.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff, but will hold off on damages until she sees 2 more repair estimates.
Look, man, I'm sorry that you got injured, but if you break something, you have to pay for it.
I guess I gotta slow down. The trail was crazy. Just give me the estimates and I'll pay for it.
Coming up.
You are suing him for a defective product.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's not the manufacturer.
He gave me his old one.
Closed captioning provided by. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Vaping enthusiast Sean Fallon is suing smoke shop owner Andre Dre Kapoor in the amount of $1,592.50. Mr. Fallon claims his property was destroyed after a vaporizer he bought from Mr. Kapoor exploded in his backpack. Mr. Kapoor claims he's not at fault and believes Mr. Fallon must not have charged his vaporizer correctly.
All right, Mr. Fallon, you're suing Mr. Kapoor for $1,592.50 for some destroyed items.
That's right, Your Honor.
Is that right?
Yes,
All
I
right.
bought a defective e-cig from Dre that exploded in the back of my car in a backpack and destroyed my laptop, my headphones, and my school books.
Okay, so you sell what, e-cigarettes?
Yes, ma'am. I am the owner of a holistic store that sells e-cigarettes.
But who's the manufacturer?
The manufacturer is a distributor from China.
Okay. So how'd you find his store? Why'd you buy e-cigarettes from him?
Well, we met first about 2 years ago. He moved his holistic health and wellness shop into my community, and I went there shortly after it opened.
And you buy stuff from there?
Yeah.
Like what have you bought from there?
Mostly I'm a smoker, and I've been smoking since I was 16.
But you're in a holistic and health shop all the time. Buying what?
The first time I went there is because I wanted to check it out because there was an oxygen bar. And an oxygen bar, they have these masks that you can breathe into, and it's scented oxygen.
And what do you get out of that?
Well, it's kind of mood altering or some sort of health benefits.
It lightens the mood. It also helps the body circulate oxygen in a more efficient manner than you would get.
So how much do you charge somebody for that?
We usually charge by the hour, and it's about $15 an hour.
$15 an hour. And how many hours does the average person use this oxygen?
It varies, ma'am. It could be anywhere. For some people, it's 15 minutes. Some people use 2 hours.
Okay. All right. So you went in there and used the oxygen mask to improve your mood.
Yeah, I went in there and I used the oxygen mask.
Right.
And I actually got to talking to Dre.
Okay.
Dre, he's really knowledgeable, smart, he's funny and laid back, and so I liked him. And he used to be a smoker too, and he's done. So I've been wanting to quit for a while, but haven't really found out how. I didn't think I could.
Coming up.
You are suing him for a defective product.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's not the manufacturer.
He gave me his old one.
Closed captioning provided by. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Sean Fallon, who is suing Andre Kapoor for property damage.
So you saw these e-cigarettes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I went to his shop, and after a couple of years, we became good friends.
But in the 2 years you were hanging out at the shop, you never tried to stop smoking with anything he had?
I mean, I tried a few times cold turkey, but it just wasn't working. I was going into remissions and having
Are you
mood
smoking
swings.
now?
Trying not to, but it's, I mean, I'm
When
kind of
was your
falling back
last cigarette? Right before you came in here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I thought I smelled tobacco.
And I about a few months ago, 5 months ago, I went up to him because he helped me move, actually, into a new apartment.
All right. Is he your friend?
Yeah, he's my friend. We met 2 years ago at the shop, and now we're friends. We hit it off because, like, we just get along.
Right, but my problem is that you are suing him for a defective product.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's not the manufacturer.
He gave me his old one. And what I didn't know at the time...
He gave me his old vaporizer cigarette?
Yes. And
isn't that like a personal thing?
Your Honor, they usually run about $350 to $400.
You can change the mouthpiece on them.
Yes, you can change the mouthpiece, and I sold it to him at a heavily discounted rate for that reason.
Right. So, but still, he didn't manufacture it.
No, but he didn't tell me about the dangers because...
Did he know about them?
Did you?
I would not be using a product that can explode.
Of course, that would be my answer. I had no idea about it.
He unwittingly gave me a bomb, and this is something actually that if you look up, I have
defective product.
I have some evidence here.
Defective product.
I have some evidence here that they are known to explode randomly.
If you had gone on Google, you would have found that out without having to find out about it later. The first thing you would look at, I have read about these cigarettes blowing up in people's faces. Catch on fire with them.
I did not think to look it up when he first gave it to me because it was a friend giving me a gift, a product.
Your Honor, I'm not in the habit of using...
now. All you had to do was get on the internet and do some research.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. Promotional consideration provided by... You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
You are the one responsible for your own health. He's not manufacturing that. You are the buyer. You need to be suing the manufacturer, but not him.
Your Honor, I sold it to him because he is literally trying to quit smoking. He was
you were trying to help him out.
That's all I was trying to do. I even set up a schedule for him to reload it with the proper levels of nicotine so it would gradually decrease in his system so that he would be able to get off
What's going to happen
cigarettes.
to your friendship now? I guess it's over.
Your guess is as good as mine.
What do you think?
I mean, he tried to sell me a bomb, Your Honor, basically. So I don't really want to be friends with somebody who's going to do that.
Okay. Okay, well, then there's nothing else for me to do than to rule, because I'm ready to rule. You ready for me to rule?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Judgment for the defendant. Good luck to you.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
You sold me something that was faulty. A friend wouldn't give a friend something that explodes.
I wish it hadn't come to this, and I hope it doesn't tarnish our friendship.